All right, so in this video, we are going to treat tricky quartiles. Okay, have you ever wondered how you are going to solve for the median when you are given, let's say, a single number and you are being asked to solve for median? Have you wondered how you are going to go about it? Have you also thought of how you can get your median from just two numbers? Okay, so that's what we are going to look at in this video. Okay, so with this one, once we are given one number, I'm sure a lot of people will be asked, hey, how will they get their Q1, Q2, okay, and Q3? Because we know that, okay, it is only when you are given like two or yes, more large data, that's when you can say lower half, upper half, and stuff. But anyway, let's see. So when we are giving this one number like this, it is even simple. It is even the simplest among all. So that one, your Q0, which is the lower value of the data set, becomes 20. Okay. And then um, the Q1, which is what? Q1 talks about the median of the first half, will still become what? 20. Okay. Then your Q2, which is the median. So with this data, the median becomes what? 20. Okay. Then you come to your Q3, which is the median of the upper half. That one too will still be what? 20. Okay. Then your Q4, which is the the maximum value, okay, of the second half to also be what? 20. Okay, so it's like everything will be 20. This question like this is it that this one quite even says. So you see that we are getting 20 for all. So the principle in statistics is that once we are given just a single value, okay, in the data set, all the quarters are within it. Okay, so your lower value, your median of the first half, the median, all of them will be in the what? In the same value, okay, or that single value. Do you get it? All right. So now let's look at when we are given two values in the data set. So now I think I can clean this side. Okay. So let's look at it. So when we are giving, in fact, this one too, assuming it was not arranged, we would have what? Arranged it, okay. But already the question has already arranged it for us. So with this one, for you to get, so let's see, this one too, we are having two numbers, and this is an even data. And the principle in even data is that you have to locate what? The middle number, then you strike it. So here is going to be this way. Okay, that means that here becomes what? Our first half of the data set. This one becomes what? Our second half of the data set. So to get our Q0, which is the lowest value of the data set, the lowest value of the data set here is what? Is 10. Okay, then we can also get our highest value of the data set, and that is what? 34. Okay, now because we have two numbers, for us to get our median, okay, the median, which is the Q2, is going to be what? 10 plus what? 34 divided by 2. Okay, because it's two numbers. So now that one is going to give us 44 over 2, and that is going to give us what? 22. Okay, now let's look at how we get for the Q1 and then that of the Q3. So already we have established that the Q1 is the median of the first half or the lower half of the data set. And this is the lower half of the data set. So with this one, the median falls in the what? 10. Okay, so the Q1 becomes what? 10. I get it that way. Then with our Q3 is what? The median of the upper half or the second half of the data set. And over here, this is the second half of the data set, which is 34. So our Q3, the median also falls within what? The 34. So it means that our median becomes what? 34. Okay. So this one is also quite what? Simple and easy. Now let's look at if the data is 3, like the number 3, example 3. Okay. If the data is 3, let's look at let's look at it. So let me rewrite it. So it's going to be 8, 12, 29. Okay. So with this one too, the first thing you have to do is to what? Identify the middle number or the median. So this is the median, and with that, that means that this side becomes our first half of the data, this one to become so our second half of the data, and this is the middle number. Okay, so now our Q0 is what the the lowest value of the data set. Okay, so that one becomes what 8, and then our Q4 is the what the highest value of the data set, and that is what 29. Okay, now we can get our Q2, which is the median, okay, of the data set, and that is what 12. Now, our Q1, which is what? The lowest, that's the median of the first half. The median of the first half. This is the first half of the data set. And the median falls within what? The 8. Okay. So our Q1 becomes with 8. And then our Q3, which is the median of the upper half or the second half of the data set, that one to also fall within what? 29. So the Q3 becomes what? 29. Okay, so that is that for this is quite tricky. So in summary, what I would say is that these ones they are a bit tricky. Okay, so what we have to do is that we have to just understand the principle. We have to just know the principle that when it is a single number, all your quartiles falls within that number, and when it is two to extract it, then this one becomes your first half, this one becomes your second half. Then use it to solve, and when it is three to the same principle. Okay.
All right, so we are here to solve some tricky quartiles or some questions that are tricky when it comes to calculation for in quartiles. All right, so we have some quartiles or some questions that you are supposed to calculate quartiles in just a one data set, two data set, three data sets, or four data sets. But let's go through the one that contains one data set, two data sets, and four data sets. All right. What makes it simple to calculate is by using the principles in statistics. The first one is that when you have a data set which have only one value, the quartiles from Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3 to Q4 is the same value. It means that the quartiles are all in that value. So here our Q0 becomes 8, Q1 8, Q2 8, Q3 8, then Q4 8. It means that the first value or the smallest value in 8 is 8, and then the first half of the median of the first half is the same 8. The median of the value here is the same 8. And then the median of the second half is the same 8. And the highest value here is also 8. Okay, let's go to the second one. The second one, we have two values in a data set. This one, the two data set is already arranged. If it was maybe 46, 15, and you want to arrange it in ascending order, you could have brought the 15 here and 46 here. But this one, they've done it for us already. So the principles still remain. When you have two values, the Q0 becomes the smallest value in the data set. And here the smallest value is 15. And then our Q4, which is the highest value, is 46. Now let's go to the Q2. We said that in our previous videos, we said that when you get two values in a data set, the median or the Q2 is the average of that two values. So here you get 15 plus 46, which divided by 2. This one give us 61 divided by 2, which is 30.5. Let's go over it again. We said that when you want to calculate for the Q2, it's the same as the median of the data set. And here we have two data values in the data set. And the two values are 15 and 46. To get the median of two values in the data set, you find the average of that values and you get your median, which is the same as our Q2. So 15 plus 46 divided by 2. This will give us 61 divided by 2 and 30.5. All right, so let's go to our Q1 and Q3. We said when you have an even data set, you divide the data set into two or two equal halves. And then the first part becomes your lower half, and then the second part becomes your upper half. At this stage, you have only one value at